Okay, so the first thing you want to do is take your hand sander and just scrape across it to get that film stuff off of it. That way your paint could stick better. And if it wasn't for Jeremiah, I would have forgotten to do it my own self. Just do a little bit, then take your hand and make sure that everything is off. And then the next thing we're going to do is use this spray paint right here in gold, and we're going to spray paint them. So be right back after we stain them all. Start lightly spray painting our bells gold. We're going to turn them lightly. I'm going to hold on to it. I'll have a gold finger. We're going to take Mod Podge when they dry so they don't chip off. That's one of the reasons why we done the sanding. So I hope these come out, but to me they look like the little gold bells. So we will move on after they dry. Hi, welcome to DIY Donna. I'm Donna, of course. Today I got some quite easy DIYs for you. So let's go ahead and dig in. I got this board that I did get at the Dollar Tree. I don't have my tape measure to let you guys know what.
It's on the back.
Yeah, but it don't tell you how on the sticker. It did, but it's so faded. Because I did, but I did have zip ties in these, but I'm going to use the tower blocks from the Dollar Tree. And we're going to, time we put everything on this, you're not going to see those holes. You see, there's two. I had three. Okay, here's the third one. I do have this dark walnut from Midwax with finish, if I could speak. I got this old rag that I stained with since I've had my channel. I got a couple of them. I'm just gonna dip it. Now you can wear rubber gloves, but I choose not to. And I'm just going to wipe this on with this rag. And then we'll take the dry end and wipe. And with this wood, it's not really, kind of like that color, really.
Yeah, I like the one without the.
Huh?
I like the one whenever, like, before you dried it, kind of looks pretty good.
Well, I'll have to do another coat on it. And that's the thing about stain. When you dry it like that, it dries kind of immediately. You can touch it and stuff, but I just don't want it too dark. So what I'm going to do is continue doing my process. But I am going to go ahead and put the second coat on it, and hopefully that darkened up a little. I don't want it too dark. I'm gonna go ahead and do the bottom. And yes, I just stained right on over that tag, and that's because, like I said, that tag has been on there for a while, along with these glue. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let this dry. It's getting darker each coat. I think the next coat we're not going to dry. This is going to be the last and final coat on this board. Like I said, I'm not going to even dry that one off. I'm going to put it to the side and let it dry. And this darker one, let's put that there. See, when you don't wipe it back and things, this is the original color to the stain. It is very dark. I like it. I think this one, because I usually don't buy this dark, I think this can may have came from the stuff from my father-in-law that I got from when he passed. Because like I said, I usually don't get that dark. Okay, so now I got the 3 trees, and I'm just going to do the same thing with these. Now you also could put a baby wipe, put them on and wipe it off with a baby wipe. Now, I like doing it with a old towel or old rag. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do to all 3 of them. And when I do so, we'll move on. Okay, you guys, so I'm sorry. I know we are at a different angle. And that is because we are going to go ahead and try something new. We are going to, this thing is very hot. Try this and see. So please, in the comments, let me know what you guys think of this angle compared to the beginning of the video. Okay, so we got our trees all stained up. Now there is one that's a shade darker than the other 2. So me and Maya decided this is how we were going to do ours. So what I am going to do here is hold them, try to hold them, so I can mark. I'm butterfingers today because we are going to mark about, I'm trying to get that one to stay, but it don't look like it's going to happen. So, alright, I'm going to do these 2 first. So I am going to put a mark where I want my trees, so I can put my tumbling tower blocks right behind them. And then after we do that, we are going to decorate our base. We're going to put some Mod Podge on it, and we're going to put some snow. I think about right there will do for that tree as well. There we go. I got them all marked for our tower blocks. And I got some glue here, wood glue, from the Dollar Tree. I love this stuff. It works really well. I also got Gorilla Glue, but for small projects like this, I do apologize for that noise in the background. It is Maya with his ice in his cup. Now, we could do something about the glue coming out. Okay, now we're going to do our other one. We got it marked right here. And please, wear rubber gloves when you guys do stain. I started out fine, but the more I was doing my projects and wiping it off, the worse my hands were getting. So I think I'm going to start wearing some gloves. Okay, so we got our tower blocks. And I am using straight wood glue for the tower blocks. But for the trees, I believe that we could do hot glue and wood glue as long as we're not combining the two. Because if we combine the two, they're not going to work. So what I am going to do is mark right here to let me know, and see I keep moving that tower block. Maybe I should have used some hot glue. Alright, so I'm going to put a little bit on the left hand side of the tree, and then on the right hand side I am going to add my hot glue for that instant hold. And the wood glue is for a much permanent hold. I'm going to hold it for a couple minutes until my hot glue sets up. And I don't know how well it's gonna hold it because of the tower block keep moving. Okay, so far so good. My charm went into this is the darker one between the two. Did I really? I put it on backwards. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to leave it, and we're going to get the stain out, and I'm going to restain the front. Because it was holding great until I moved it. I may have to add a little bit more hot glue here. That just shows you. Not paying attention, I don't know what I was thinking. Both of them were stained. Alright, this tower block, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and do them all that way. Because I do, whoops, freeze. We got to stain these real quick. So let me stain them and we'll come right back on. Because once they get in front of each other, we're not going to be able to stain that. And hopefully I could get this to stay in place.
Go.
Okay, so what I did was I went ahead and I stained. Sorry guys, I gotta fix my glue. I went ahead and I stained the front and back. And now what we're doing is putting the wood glue at the bottom, and it didn't work the way I wanted it. Darn it. Alright, the hot glue is going to have to be, I tried to put my fingers all in hot glue, but it's not going to work. Alright. So now what's going to happen is my hot glue, it's coming to the tower block slowly. Sorry guys. I'm going to give it help pushing it down onto the tower block. Because I went up too high. And I don't have any more tower blocks out here. They're in my craft closet. Alright, so do we have one that's gonna stay? Let's hope. Let's see what is hurting it is these. The glue's drying. Let it give it a minute to dry. No. I have an idea. I am going to take a little stick and make a back of a stand for this tree. With the hot glue, of course, not with wood glue. That way, this can help hold it in place while the wood glue is drying. Okay, so, ooh, I got a mess here. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on. Alright, so there is the wood glue. Alright, so now I am going to take my hot glue and I am going to put it down here, and it may not work because I literally just stuck it on top of wood glue. But just give it a minute, and I'm really hoping that alright, so now I'm going to do the same thing for this one. I'm going to make it a little arm, I guess is what I could call it, for the back of it to help support it while we are waiting on our wood glue to dry. But for now, we could go ahead and still work on it. Alright, we're going to put our last and final one on this. And then we are going to, and there's that wood glue. I gotta fix that middle one. For some reason, that middle one, stay up, is, I think it's got something to do with the tower block. I gotta fix it real quick. But first, I gotta hold this one up. And that noise in the background is Jeremiah. He's having a field day with his ice. So I do apologize for that. Alright, I'm going to take this tree up all together. There we go. We're going to place it back right here where it belongs. I need a clamp for this one. Matter of fact, next time I am at the Dollar Tree, I gotta see if they got more clamps. And we're going to make our support in the back of it, and then I am going to hopefully slowly pull it. I have ruined so many scissors trying to cut other things with it. Alright. I am a messy crafter. I will be honest. Okay. Let's see what our trees. And I don't know for sure. That one fell. But I don't know for sure. Okay, you guys, I'm going to move this, and this is going to be the last time I move it until the final review, because my trees are falling down, and they got to be able to set up to be able to hold on. Alright, so the final review, you will see the trees. Middle one churned, that one fell. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna put these down, and then we will come back on for our next project. Alright, you guys, we got that. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I put more clamps on it. I got it over there to dry, and if we don't finish it today, don't worry, it will be at the final review. And also, I gotta get some stars for the top. But now we are going to do our bells. You will see in the walkthrough, not the walkthrough, the haul, I purchased these in the party section, and I spray painted them. You will see that at the beginning of the video. I also have had my hot knife plugged in, and I'm just going to put a little hole in this for the rope to go in. I'm just going to make a little round hole. I was hoping to have little bells, but I don't have any, so we're just going to go ahead, and it's okay because they don't have to work. We're going to do our bells, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to use our bells for. Sorry for the light flickering. Hold that, please. The lights went off. Alright, now my lights came back on. And I gotta find the place to put this. I put it on a metal can. Okay, so we have our rope here, and it kind of looks like our rope is a little bit too thick. So that's okay. We got some regular twine here. What I want to do is stick the twine down into the hole, and what I'm going to do is make a knot. And now I got to make sure the knot is pretty good size, because that hole is pretty good size. We may have to go ahead and use that, but I'm hoping not. Let me see before we get too far. Yeah, let's try the bigger rope. Alright. So we're going to take off the packaging. And let's see. Sorry guys, I hit the pod. Okay, we can fit this in our hole actually. So we are going to put a knot at the end of it. Alright. And then we're going to cut our rope. And we're going to do different heights to our rope. You do want to put some hot glue at the end when you cut your rope. That will stop it from unwinding. Be very careful by wrapping it and stuff because it is very hot glue. And you don't want to burn yourself, trust me. I do it every video. Okay. And then what we are going to hook this to. Hang on guys, I gotta put some hot glue on this one my own self. Ow! Told you guys I get burned every video. Sorry, it burns. And I was reaching for my finger protector so I would not get burnt. And it was hot enough that I got a blister. But it's okay. We're just going to move on. I swear I don't know why this stuff sticks to me like it's glue. I mean, I know it is hot glue, but it rolls on me like that. It's crazy. Alright. I may have to go and get some tape, which I might have some out here. And I see I got some bigger bells. Alright, we finally got this. And what I'm going to do, I know this is kind of odd, but at least I could get them both in there. Yeah, this tape is unwinding. Alright, let me see, by holding it, if I can. I may have to pull this out and do a bigger hole. Because it looks like that tape is unraveling, but it is going in further, so. We're just going to keep twisting until I'm able to grab a hold of it. And because of it being so difficult, that's why I drug this one all the way up to here is because of it. Okay, I want that one a little bit longer, see? And then maybe the other one a little bit shorter. Alright, so there's one. And here is the second one. Now don't forget, we got to tie it. So that's why I pulled it out like that. So we can make our knot. And after we make our knot, we could cut off the extra rope right here. And I seen that I do have my bells out here, my bigger bells. So I'm thinking about maybe sticking them in there to maybe hear them ring. I don't know yet. It all depends because here we go. We got this one and we're going to pull it through. And then we are going to decide if we're going to leave it longer or shorter than the other one. And what do you guys think about them heights? Or maybe this one up a little bit more? No. Up right there? I think so too. And then we're going to be making a door hanger swag with these bells. And yes, I spray painted 6, but I think 3. For some reason, everybody does 3. Okay, so let me get my swag. My tree, not my swag. I do apologize. Get my testers off the tree. Alright, let me get this glue. It is on me like you would not believe. Okay. We are going to take one of these Christmas trees from last year. We don't need the parts, or do we need the stands part is what we're trying to... Right, this one is not coming off, so it's okay. We're not going to set it like a tree, but you are going to fluff it out. And because we're going to hang up the bells, I usually stack 2 of these. But we're going to use this. And instead of stacking 2 trees on top of each other, we have some of these right here that we're going to wrap around this tree, and we're going to make it a little fuller than what it is by doing simply that. Okay, you're just going to go down it, pull out your bushes, and like every other, we're going to add a piece of one of the, I can't remember what they call these, you guys, but they're like trees. They're just pieces of tree. And
Branches?
Is that what they're calling them on the paper?
I think so.
Okay. Tree branches. And we're just using it to fill up our tree. Just a little bit.
Yeah, it just says tree branch. Not tree branch, Christmas tree.
Christmas tree branch. It is going to need a couple more. Let's see, we're going downwards. And we're going right here. It's going to be our last one. Okay, now what we're going to do, before we get going too much further into this, I'm going to cut some of this twine. And I'm going to double it up. Wrap it around the tree. And we got us a hanger to hang it up from your door. And if this is too big, that's okay, because we can loosen it maybe, but for now that's what it's for. Alright, so now I am going to take like some of these picks right here. We're going to go ahead, look at that snow, and we're going to wrap it around this tree form as well. With the wire that it is. Okay. Sorry, I hit the light. I had to stand, get my wire cutters, because you do not want any wires putting scratch marks on your door, or if you're given this as a gift. And you can also, we are going to use our stems from our tree here, and we are going to use them to put things in it. Bubby, can you hand me those things up there, and picks and things? We're going to decorate this. And we are going to put some berries in them. We got these little birdie picks. I love these. Alright, we can put a couple of these in there. Whoops.
Oh.
Alright, you guys see that we have silver bells. We could try putting some, or gold bells, sorry. Of these picks from the Dollar Tree, these new picks. And I could have took some of these bells off, but that's okay. Okay, we're going to put some of the bells down here. We're going to wrap it with the tree branch. Cut this little piece off down here, so like I said, it doesn't put a scratch mark. See how you could just wrap it into your tree? This is, I love that one. We're just gonna wrap it. Once again, we're gonna keep cutting everything that we don't need. And when you put something on the left, they say put it on the right as well. You always want to do it in 2s and 3s. And these are little picks. I'm just going to do like that. Well, maybe not. These ones I believe that we may have to there, I got one in. Let's get another one in. Get it in down here. There we go. Now we're starting to get somewhere. We got some berry picks. Alright, we're going to use the hot glue for this. We're going to put a little bit of hot glue on this berry pick. Pick up a branch, push it down in there. Alright, this one has got the price. I don't know why they do this. The same thing with this one. Well, this one's long enough. We're going to wrap it down here in a stem. Cut off the excess there. And I love these frosted picks. I think they are beautiful. So we're going to cut a couple of those and we're going to put in the swag, and then maybe a couple of flowers, and then we are going to put the bells on it. So I am going to tie the bells on here. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is, I'm not going to use this big string. I'm going to cut this off. They're knotted off now. Okay. And now we're going to use this thinner twine here to wrap around the bells down here, tie it with a knot, cut off the extra tail there to the rope. You got one string. Okay, I am going to take that string and I am going to wrap it around the stem of the tree, I guess is what it would be called. And then my branches are falling out. I just love these frosted flowers. All right, you guys, our pretty door hanger. All right, DIY number 3. All right, you guys, for DIY number 3, we are going to use this wooden piece from the Dollar Tree. I am going to use it for a picture today. Oh boy. Okay, I have new paintbrushes out here. So, we are going to, I'm going to use this brush. It'll be okay. Can you open that, please? Alright, so the first thing we are going to do is we are going to put our paint our wood piece, because what we are going to do is, I got these from Temu, these beautiful pictures, and I am going to Mod Podge 1 to this, and I'm painting the background white. For one, that way, if they're thin pieces, because I have not opened them yet. I don't know if I've had them out of the package or not. I cannot remember. Because I did get them a couple months ago. So, I am painting this board, and this is what we are going to Mod Podge it to. And the first thing we're going to have to do is, after I paint it, and this little piece dries, which we are going to take our heat gun and we're going to take that across it a couple of times and move this process along. Alright, so our painting is done, and the heat gun is over there. Bob, can you give it to me? Somewhere over there.
It's
And-
right beside you.
Oh, okay. It was right beside me. That also means I have a extension cord right beside me as well. Then we're going to take our picture, and I really think I'm going to do the snowman. And then if we have a couple more minutes, I have a special DIY for you. It is a gingerbread from the Dollar Tree in the dollar section, but I want to transform. One, I want to change both scarves. Two, I want to add a little bow to one of them to make one of them a little girl. Alright, it looks like it's dry. Feels like it too. Okay, now the second thing, we are going to open them like I said. And yeah, they are thin, so I did do a good choice on, okay, so I'm thinking this snowman, I really love that Santa Claus one though. And then we have this Santa Claus in this background. We have a Mrs. Snowman, which I will be doing if I do that snowman. These look like an old. Oh, I might do that this snowman. And then I'm going to do the gingerbread house and the gingerbread one. I love that snowman too. And this one with the Christmas tree. I just think these are beautiful pictures. Look at that older picture of that little girl. Here is another one. Music notes. The Santa. I got some decisions. Look at that Santa. Alright, so I want to eventually do this snowman with this Mrs. Snowman. I think that will look good together. And then I do want to do this gingerbread house along this gingerbread as well. So, I think we are going to do the snowman. I love snowmen and I love Santa. So I got a lot of pictures to be doing, but I gotta find the ways to do it. Like I could put one here, I could put one on a canvas, but then I got to decide about the others. Now normally when I Mod Podge, sometimes I don't cut it, it all depends. But with this one, I think we need to cut it. And I cannot do anything straight, so I am going to take my time on this. Okay, excellent. Can you put that picture back in there for me, please? Okay, so now the first thing we are going to do is we're going to add just a very little, not a whole lot of Mod Podge, because of the fact that I do not want this picture torn. So, let me see if I got my little sponge in here. No, I think it's in the other one. Alright, that's okay. Alright, we're going to add just very little to the top of this. And I really got to do what May told me to do with my brush. I got to clean it with fingernail polish remover. Acetone. That kills the, not kills it, but removes the, oh lordy, what is they called? Glue. Or paint, whatever you need. And I did put my Mod Podge up too high because I did not realize, but that's okay. It ain't gonna do nothing by being up there but making the paint. And while I got the Mod Podge out, I am going to be Mod Podging them bells, so they're not getting chipped and coming off. Okay, so we're going to lay this down gently. Okay, we're going to push that to the side. And while that's to the side, I'm going to Mod Podge the bells. And then we'll finish that. Okay, so I put a hanger in the back of it. Okay, now you're going to take your sander or a piece of sandpaper, and you are going to go up and down, well, downwards motion, because you do not want to rip your image. There we go. We're going to do it this way as well. Okay, I found this gorgeous ribbon trim is what they're calling it. Now I have only found the red, but look how gorgeous this is. And I figure we could use this to go around the image. Let's do it and see what you guys think. Okay, we're gonna start off. Should we do it around like that? I think so. Alright, so I'm gonna fix where it is coming unraveled. I'm gonna put a little hot glue, just very, very little, enough to hold that. Let me get my scissors and I'm gonna lay it down. Alright, and then I am gonna take a very thin line of hot glue all across that. Tappy tap very lightly so my hand don't get burnt. Okay, now we gotta turn the corner. And do that first. Very, very little hot glue. Very, very little. Once again, I'm going to take a very long, then if I could talk, line of hot glue down the image, the side of it. And then I am going to tappity tap lightly the trim into that hot glue. Okay, once again, okay, we're going to keep on working. We're almost around it. And then after we are done with this, we are going to add some other things to this. I wish I could find some other trim in the Dollar Tree. Maybe I will find it at Dollar General. I'm also going to start recording in Dollar General as well. I'm hoping to get started on that this week, but if not, it will be next week. But I'm also thinking about going to Ollie's too, to record. We have one here in Chillicothe, so we will see. We are on our last corner here. Well, it's not a corner, but and then we are at our last corner now. Okay. This turned out adorable. I love that trim on this. Look how pretty that turned out. You guys, tell me what you think of this in the comments. I'm going to take the hot gun across this to get all my little hot glues. But I love that. I do. So let's go ahead and start. Let's see. We're going to put some greenery on the top. Now what I'm going to do with that is take a little bit of hot glue, and I am going to put this rope in it. get the other piece here. And then I'm going to wrap this wire, not wire, but jute around this greenery. Oh, I just popped one of my berries off, but it's okay. And we are going to cut it off. Put some hot glue right here to hold that once we cut it. Up here is where my berry goes. So I'm going to squirt some glue in that hole. And I'm going to put my berry right back on it. Alright. So now we're going to hot glue our greenery right here to the top. Right here. And we're going to hold it in place for a minute or so. I think that is turning out beautiful. What do you guys think of it? Now, how about we're going to find out what ribbon would make a nice bow. Okay, we got silver. We got a candy cane looking one, and we got this red and gold snowflake one. And I think that is a perfect choice, Jeremiah.
Thank you.
Actually, I forgot that we even had this. So,
Where's the tape?
we are going to make a little going to bunch it together here. Okay. We'll wrap it around just a couple times here. Wrong thing there. Now, I'm going to tie it. I'm going to pull this. I'm just trying to straighten out this little, where it turned there. And I think this is big enough. And now I am going to cut it. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of hot glue in the back of this. We're going to wrap this little piece of ribbon around it so it hides the jute cord. Okay? Why? Okay, there we go. I was like, why is my tails, never mind. Sorry. I was looking at it from behind. It's okay, because there's gonna be something else here on top. Sorry about that. That was Jeremiah smacking his hands together loudly. Okay, he killed a mosquito, but he's still... Okay, so anyway, I am going to put the bow here. Let's ducktail our tails, shall we? Let's straighten this up first. That's okay. Some hot glue right there. There goes the bow. Look how adorable. I love this little snowman. Okay, so real quick, the final review is coming up. Let me try to do the gingerbread men real quick. We are going to try to turn these gingerbread. Okay, we got a little boy. Take off the tags here. And I am going to turn one into a little girl. Now, I am going to make a new scarf for these little guys. And they got it. And they gave it to me. So, we have a real pretty... I don't need 1 yard of this real pretty material that I want to use as the scarf. It has got hollyhocks and candy canes on it, and I just think it would go cute with a gingerbread theme. So what we are going to do is I am going to take what I have some cut, and we are just going to cut a big piece of it out, okay, for starters. And the first thing we are going to do is replace the scarf on both of them, and we do want them matching, so we're going to cut this way for one of the scarves. And I think this length right here will be fine. And I do think I got it a little bit too wide, so let's thin it out some, shall we? Now, when I get up to where I got it cut, then we're going to go ahead and wrap it around their little necks. I still want to maybe thin it out just a tad more. Alright, so we got it thinning out. Now, we're going to wrap it around their cute little necks. And I apologize for the dogs in the background. They are my dogs, but I'm in the tent, so they don't know who I am. He does. He's wagging his tail, so they smelt me. Okay, so now we're going to just shorten it a little bit. Then we are going to hinge it at the end. See, that's why I don't like these scissors, because I need pointy ones for this. Alright, we're going to shorten this side up as well, and we are also going to hinge it at the end. Okay, there's the little boy with his little new
Oh. I think she literally attacked the tent.
that is a new scarf for the little boy. So now we are working on the little girl's scarf, and then we are going to do her bow. Now I'm going to do her bow, I believe, in a candy cane one, because I think it will match the scarf better. Okay, we're going to put a scarf on her, even though she was really close to the hot glue gun. Alright, so we got to cover up that old stitch right there. So this is where we're going to put hers. That is short enough right there. Okay, now this end. Okay, now we got that taken care of. Now we need the candy cane ribbon so we could make her bow. And then we are done. So while I'm making the bow, I do want to take this time out and thank you for watching our videos. If you don't mind, give us a thumb up, and sharing our videos out will help our channel grow, because we are trying to get up to 1,000 before my birthday at the end of January. And you can follow us over on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. And again, welcome to our new subbies. Welcome, welcome, and thank you. Okay, now we are making, I'm just going to make a finger bow for her hair. The finger bows is supposed to be the easiest, but I don't really care for making the finger bows. But you guys ain't got to for little projects like this. And I do apologize for the dogs in the background. Them are neighbor dogs. You can hear them barking. Okay, we got, and I'm just going to put it on the side of her head. I think maybe a little bit smaller bow there. There, that one is the perfect size. Now we got to do this one. There we go. Now, let me cut the tails off. And we are going to, I should have twist well. There. Now we're going to ducktail them. There we go. There we go. Okay, now tell me what you guys think about the projects. What was your favorite for today? And the final review is coming right up. Bye.